Assalamualaikum, good day, and welcome to MSTS Tabletalk podcast. This is our first episode. I'm Anna, and I'll be your host. And partnering with me for today is Siti.
And this is not just first episode, but this is the first ever in MSTS Asia history. The first ever podcast. Yes. So, we just melangkah ke tahun baru 2024. So, I'm sure definitely there will be a new bucket list, new aspiration, and new resolutions.
That's right. We would like to introduce a very special guest to join us. He holds an MBA in finance from the University of Lincoln, as well as a master's degree in business leadership from Northumbria University, both in the UK.
And he has more than 20 years experience in senior management, in corporate strategy, financial, business development, and managing people. And the most special experience, we found out that he successfully brought his previous company into public listing.
Without further ado, please welcome Encik Syed Muzakir Al-Jufri, the Managing Director of MSTS Asia.
Okay. So, just before I start just now, I'm a bit nervous in this podcast because this is the first time we're doing podcast. And I have been through a lot of, interviewing on radio, on press conference, did the PLC shareholders, did the investors relation roadshows. But this is a bit different. This is a very unique atmosphere. It's a podcast. Congratulations to you all for organizing this. And come, let's start.
Okay,
sure. Thank you for the support, Syed.
So let's kick off the first session with one controversial question. If you thought so lah. So the first question is, with your vast and stellar experience, why MSTS Asia?
Why MSTS Asia? Yeah, okay. So if you notice, I've been ever since I graduated and started my first job, I was always been in the, whether it is a public sector company or a government companies. Very large berhad companies lah basically. But this is the first time I joined a senior berhad. The reason why I think I decided to go for MSTS because of the multinational element. Whereas we are part of a Danish company, so I would like to try out, being in a multinational company. So that's how it enticed me to get here. And yeah, so I'm here. So what? Next month will be my second year.
Congratulations.
Alright, Encik Syed, taking your experience with public listing companies, I believe most of them is in Bursa Malaysia. Okay. So where are MSTS right now? Are we going to public listing as well?
Okay. So basically in terms of the numbers, we do meet that criteria. We do have that revenue. We do have that profit before tax, recurrent 3 years track record. We can easily be listed in Asia if you want to. But as far as I'm concerned, but because we are part of Danish company, so it's up to our parent company basically to see as to whether we want to be in the public listed regime or not. But I think at the moment, no. At the moment, we would like to still remain as a private company. Senior berhad.
And now that you mentioned Rely on Tech, the parent group, right? We know that you often go to Denmark, Copenhagen to be specific. We don't know what you do there, so we're curious to find out from you, what is the relationship between us and Ron?
Okay. My engagement with the group CEO is on a regular basis, on a need basis, and also on a scheduled monthly basis. But as far as the global management is concerned, it is on a monthly basis, and the schedule for maybe every quarter we need to be on face to face. So I think it's more about building that relationship, among all the MDs, and the participant normally will be all the MDs and the senior management of Ron. So basically, we discuss issues, strategy, and
new development, let's say the acquisition of Kavu or Thomson Bridge, then Lisa or David Berner will do the presentation on the company on how we want to strategize and work together as a team. And most importantly is the dinner after that, is the lunch, is the breakfast, all those intermingling among each other, where we build bond among the group, so that we are all in the same page, as an international company. So we are a very vast company, as you know.
Okay. Understanding that we are part of a big multinational company, what is your biggest worry for us? What keeps you not sleeping at night?
Oh. I think, the geopolitics is one of the things that that is been worrying, because of course of the effect of the war that affect the oil and gas industry. But then rest assured, the group has also been thinking about that. So they also don't want to stay up at night. So that's how we make those acquisitions. We would like to go into more energy sector, so we don't rely more on oil and gas, but we do also have renewables. We are moving into leadership. We are moving into electrical, high voltage, low voltage. So those are the diversification that the group is doing, so that we can sleep better at night. So yeah.
It's great to know.
Yep.
All right. So talking about the Ron strategy, right? Into diversity. So we're talking about strategy, but Jensen Huang, NVIDIA CEO, he doesn't believe in strategic planning. So what's your thought on this?
Okay, my thoughts on it. If you notice, in a few of my town hall meeting, I did introduce certain short-term strategy. Of late we do some integration between the sales and the customer service. I always believe that a short-term measurement strategy is better than a long-term. Just to share an experience, when I was in UAM Group, my team, we developed a long-term strategy. It was back in 2017, 2018, where we inspired the company to be a $20 billion company with $2 billion profit before tax at the year of 2020. So that is a 5-year plan. And as you know, there's a lot of steps taken, strategic tactics and action plan has been developed to meet that aspiration. But because it's a very long gestation period, nothing really materialized. To get that, it's good that we have a vision, we have a target, but it has to be sometimes realistic. So to me, I think if you want to do a strategic, so like now what we're doing in MSCS, I really focus on a very short-term basis, and then I believe that a strategy should not be cast in stone. So as time goes by, because we will never know what will happen next, right? As we speak now, Gaza is at war. It wasn't there earlier of the year. It was only Ukraine and Russia, and then suddenly this happened. So with this geopolitics that's happening in the world, I don't know. It could be another war. We don't know. So it's good for us to maintain a very short-term strategy, but not lose on the long-term vision of the company.
So we will attend case by case
Case by
as
case
it comes.
as it comes. Yes, I think I would prefer that way rather than have a long-term cast in stone strategy. Let's have a shorter but review the short-term goals and achievement on a need case basis.
Okay. You have executed many strategic movements in the past 2 years that you have joined MSTS, and I think the right person to share how these changes have impacted the company as well as the employees would be Siti, who has been here even longer than the both of us.
Yeah.
How long has it been, Siti?
It's only 5 years and 4 months. I'm counting.
That's good to know. So what do you think is the most meaningful change that you have experienced within the company so far?
Okay, for this part, I might mix my language because I want to express the most expression I have. So I've been here I've gone through 3 management changes. So just that the difference is when first I joined MSTS, the only thing I want to be is just a good marketer, just a good design. But right now, I believe it's beyond that. Lebih daripada tu, I'm not just a marketer. There's more that I can grow here in MSTS.
That's good.
I'm afraid to say more than that. But I would appreciate lah. And I think this is my personal opinion. If we were called to HR rooms, it means that we made mistake. But in this regime, in this management, I feel like it's an open door that I can always share. Then I can feel that, my concerns is addressed very well. So I'm not feeling neglected or not appreciated. So that's what I feel.
That's great.
It's great.
Something is working to say it. All right. Although we're already past the month of January, I'm sure it's not too late for us to ask you if you have any New Year's resolution planned out. What are they?
New Year's resolution. I don't really have a lot of resolution for New Year. I believe that you have to stick to one ideology and stick to it maybe a couple of years. So I only had like two resolution that is very, very key in my life, which is one, I want to stop smoking. And number two, I would like to reduce my weight. So those are kind of resolution that is not a 1 year resolution, but it prolongs few years before I can get there. So yeah, so that is the two main resolution. And I think for this year, I'm still keeping to that health resolution that I want to go. So as you know, this last year was my 50th anniversary.
Ooh.
So when you reach a certain age, when 5 series, so I thought of getting back into shape like what I was 20 years ago or 30 years ago, basically, when you're young. So that's the regime that I want to still continue.
And this trickled down on us. Remember, there was this one
5,000 steps.
Yes, the month of the 5,000 steps. I think
So there's always a reason behind it, yeah?
we manipulated.
How is it with you?
I still walk more than I did before this. Like having a desk job, you sit in front of the computer, you tend to forget that you're sitting more than you're supposed to. So it's not really healthy. So I would take the opportunity during lunchtime to just walk to get food and whatnot. So it's something that we didn't know that it was actually masterminded by the MD apparently. But this doesn't explain the potluck that we often have on MSCS, right?
That's the bonding part.
Okay.
Is it coupled with the 5,000 steps?
Oh, yes.
If you can eat.
It's better to walk than eat rather than just eat not walking.
Yes. That's good.
So it's like talking about this health resolution, right? So would you support your employees having these sports club things? Now I know Melaka we have an active badminton club, and Chirate I know to play futsal. So how about it?
Yes, I do encourage the company to have the work-life balance. Right, it's very important that the staff also engage in sports and recreational activities. But I did suggest to HR to form a sports club per se. Let's see how it goes. But then I fully agreed and I fully support any sports or recreational activities among the staff, because to me it creates bonding, it creates work-life balance, and I think it's a good activity to have as a team. Yeah, I fully support that.
Guys, badminton clubs member, futsal club members, this is good news for you all.
What about indoor games? Do you support indoor games as well?
I think Hisha just did email out on the indoor games that we are doing at the moment. I fully agree with the proposal as well. And it's something that we can continue. Okay. If the staff thinks that it is a worthwhile activities to do, then but I would still prefer outdoor.
Because of the New Year's resolution. Keeping fit and healthy. That's great. So other than this, health awareness campaign that you've actually been promoting with us. Is there anything other than that we can expect from you in order for the employees to reach our goals or our KPIs?
Okay. At the senior management level at the moment, we are doing a competency mapping on every staff. Okay, on our every staff, so that you all will know if, let's say, you want to get from point A to point B, so you know what competency level that you need to have in order for you to get promoted in that level. So with that competency matrix will come with trainings, will come with coaching, those kind of things. So that will be rolled out soon. HR is doing some finalization in terms of the mapping. We include everybody, not only training. We know trainers have their own competency metrics, but we expand it to everybody. Let's say if you're an executive, how do you get to a managerial level? So what competency level that you need to have? What kind of training that you need to undergo? What type of what we call as a competency level that you need to ascertain for you to get there. So we will do that mapping so that, in the future, you have a clear path, so that if I do this and I meet my KPI, you will get to where you want to be. So that's what we're trying to create. We want to create that kind of culture.
I can say that if we, as an employee, if we have certain training in our mind, we can already come to the management and propose.
Yeah. That's why the last time I think the HR already wrote out the training need analysis so that we can cater a little bit on what is the need basis basically. But then this competency matrix will encompass the bigger picture. It's all about competencies.
Yeah. I love the fact that since our core business is training, right? We also promote that. We also encourage that within our staff as well. Like, lifelong learning and basically trying to improve your skills in anything that you do and pursue your passions and so on and so forth. Is there, on a personal level, is there anything that you would want to upgrade, your skill on? Is there like any particular thing that you would want to learn?
Okay. Personally, something that I want to learn is something that has nothing to do with career or growth. I would like to learn more about, technologies, like AI, those kind of things, where you can, really, be engaged in the development of AI. So those kind of new technologies.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you're a techie as well, is it?
I would like to be on that level, basically, at least to understand what's going on around the world.
I wonder, is there any technologies of this AI that you have used so far?
So far, not so. Just learn about it, scared of it, of the powerful tools that they have that they can, do. But I think also one of the things that we also would like to learn is how to detect whether that is an AI generated product or item versus the real thing. That is the challenging part at the moment. Like to know whether it's real or not.
I think now that you mentioned the challenge is to distinguish whether this is human made or this is AI made. I think in the future, as we grow alongside the technology itself, I think people will start to, find ways to maximize their potential with AI as a tool rather than be scared of it. I think we should move forward, maximizing the potential of technology rather than being afraid of, because everything is technology. Pencil, a pen, a wheel, all of it is technology, and people were afraid of it. But I think moving forward, we should not be afraid.
It's like when the first time personal computers was invented. So everybody was scared about, because it's a program behind it, the powerful tools that the PC can do back in the 80s. Yep. But it survived and it's not that damaging to the world. So maybe AI will come with some filtering system or something to at least protect.
There must be some damage control or some
kill switch.
Yes, there must be, because at the moment it's with the doctrine pictures, so it's a dangerous world we're living in, because end of the day, it's all about information.
Yep.
It's all about information. The more, the people who control the world controls the information. That's about it.
Yeah.
It was like years ago. It was war of askar, soldier. But now it's war of information. Who's get the information first, they will win the race.
It's all about
I think our podcast turned into a very bleak, bleak turn just now. Okay, just to brighten things up. Is there like, we're curious to know, what do you do outside of MSTS? Like, do you have any specific interests or hobbies that you pursue during your free time, just to unwind?
I was just thinking about it just now. What did I do actually in my spare time? I think the answer is nothing. Actually, I didn't do nothing. Whenever I have a free time, basically I do nothing. I just sit down. Sometimes I watch TV. Whatever is on the TV, I just watch. Or sometimes I just go out and do a little bit of gardening, but nothing like a hobby. But it's just that something that, okay, yeah, I think I want to do that. So there's no specific, but yeah, I think that's me.
Okay.
I don't have any specific hobby. Like, people will say that, spare time I do my reading, or spare time I do. No, I do nothing.
Not the typical. Not the typical CEO.
Not the typical. I just, whenever I have free times, I will do nothing. It's just whatever comes in my mind, I will do it.
It's interesting. Do you find yourself thinking about, solving problems while you're doing nothing more than when you're actually occupied on something?
Yeah, maybe sometimes. Sometimes. But it comes with the role and responsibility as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at the moment, our latest headcount will be almost about 130 staff now.
Wow.
Including TMS, including digital, including the trainers and the support office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility to make sure that all my anak-anak ni semua, will have a place. Not only that, because one staff will come with families, so maybe times 2, times 3. So it's a big responsibility as well.
Have all the kids to take care of.
That's another changes that I understand. Because before this, the only thing we get, the benefit we get just for us, but now we can extend it to our families, like the clinics claim extended to our family. Before this, just only for us. So
Yes.
that I'm very grateful.
Yeah, another change that is worth mentioning, right? Okay, we need to take a quick break. We'll be back after a few minutes.
Okay, welcome back to our second segment. Alright, Cik Syed, you said just now that you have nothing to do. But I wonder that you mentioned earlier about your resolution, you only have 2 goals. One, to quit smoking, and your health resolution. So I wonder, not doing anything, what you do until you lose so much weight.
Okay. The secret of losing weight. So, do you want to know?
Of course.
course.
Any woman in the MSTF would like to know.
It's actually very simple. Kalau kita Islam, Al-Quran dah ngajar kita dah how to lose weight. Number 1, when you eat, you chew 40 times sampai dia betul-betul hancur, baru you telan. That's 1. Number 2, smaller portion. Okay, don't take too much. Reduce the portion. And number 3, stop before you kenyang. So those are the 3 things yang betul-betul can really help to reduce weight. But it takes determination and it takes mindset change to do it. So like I said, I think I started the journey in 2020 during PKP lah, during 2020. So it's already been 3 years. 3 years. So it's not a very short period. So sometimes you go, but then once you have already break that cycle, you can sustain it. especially when after Ramadan. So during Ramadan, you try to cut down on your food, you eat less, and then you continue after that. That is where the challenging part will come in, because after that, Raya. So that's where the start of the food is all over. So that is where your determination and your discipline must be there. So if you can continue that, you have to just break that
Habit.
craving, that habit, that craving. Once you break that, then you're okay. So hopefully, but then that's me. That's me. So not everybody is the same.
Is food the only thing that you focus on when it comes to reducing your weight, or is there any other strategy that you also have?
Yep. Walking is one of the things. Is walking, but yeah, I think most of the thing that I try to reduce is carbohydrate intake. Rice especially. If you notice, I don't eat rice. I just eat a little bit of rice. If you can observe, I take more protein. Less kuih muih, all the sweet things. The sweet things can also come from a lot of form, not just sugar. Sugar in carbohydrate, sugar in protein, sugar in fruits. So cut down that as well. Yeah, and then take that long term journey. Don't go for a short term journey, because sometimes when you go for your short term journey, that's where you binge after that. So you take baby steps, just baby steps, because like I said, 3 years. It's 3 years already. It's almost 3 years since I started this regime. Not a short period of time. Yeah.
I think this sharing is really right at time, because we just like a month away from Ramadan.
Yep. Start from there first.
Yes.
Start from there first. That will be a very good starting point.
Do not go to bazaar.
Do not go to bazaar.
Control yourself.
And
The journey is 3 years, okay? We just 1 month, so don't give up. Keep continue.
And actually, bazaar food is not even nice. It's just your craving. Try to reduce the craving.
Do you have craving? I have craving. Craving I adalah nasi. I cannot tak makan nasi.
Okay.
Do you have one?
Last time it used to be chocolates. Chocolates. Then we start to slowly go for dark chocolate. And then suddenly you feel that, damn, this is not nice. Then you start like, no more chocolate. So maybe you want to start with the rice. You start with the pony rice, or maybe first time, so that you feel that this is tasteless. So let's try to stop. But over a period of time. Don't like try 1 or twice and give up. Long.
So the key is to keep at it and don't give up
Don't
in
give
the
up,
middle. Okay. So there were 2 resolutions. The first one was reducing your weight, and the other one, I think it's very, very important, because it has to do directly with your health, which is quitting smoking. How did you manage to? How long has it been, if you don't mind us asking?
13 years, I think I've already stopped smoking.
Wow.
That's long.
Yeah.
It's long.
Congratulations.
Quitting smoking is another thing. One is that you need to start with the mind. That you say, I want to stop smoking. So if that thing doesn't come to your mind, forget about it. You have to start first. Okay, I want to stop smoking. Then you start to reduce gradually. So I was a heavy smoker, 2 packs a day at one time. But like I said just now, we try to stop when the craving starts. If you can try to stop like after eating, that's the best time for you to smoke. Stop that first. Do some casual smoking alone time, not with the friends, because sometimes if you sit down together with your friends and they smoke, you tend to smoke as well. So those are the things. You just stop the craving first. You try to ignore. You can be around with friends, but when you saw your friends smoking, but you just try to be around, but don't smoke. Try that first. Reduce the craving first. But then I'm sure it's not very, very easy to do it. So that's why you need to smoke as well. So you smoke on your free time. Then you start slowly and slowly. I start from 2 packs to 1 pack, and then, try to limit yourself. Let's say 10 per day. So you plan yourself, okay, now I have only 10. When is the best time to do it? And forget about this, stress. You can smoke, you can release your stress. To me, I think to me, it doesn't help because stress will still be there even after you smoke. You know? Yeah.
It's like smoking is actually a temporary solution,
Yeah, temporary solution. Yeah.
but it doesn't help our body.
Yep.
Right. As I said, you have a great opportunity right here, right now, to tell us if there is one single important thing about you that you want us to know. What would it be?
Okay. I would say that I'm a very approachable person. Okay. I don't have a wall between me and whoever that be. Okay. If you have any issues or you have any thoughts that you want to bring it up to me, feel free to do it. I'm not the kind of person who are judgmental, you know. And my leadership style is that, there's a say: if you're a leader, then you should take the step back and let your team move around. So I'm doing that as well at the moment. I think I'm at a stage where I will just lead, but I want the team to have that courage to be a leader as well. So I know when the time to step out, and I know when the time to step in. So I think that will be about me. That that I think everybody should know lah. I mean, I'm a very approachable person. You can come and talk to me anytime. Whoever you are, my door is always open. And
I'm just afraid that you might open up a floodgate and you will never know peace after this podcast comes out, because everybody will come and meet you for, just to get your opinion on things. But I think it's great that you have this kind of policy that really helps us to grow within the company. Like you mentioned just now that in a way we can summarize that you have a sort of like an open door policy. And I think this has benefited Siti as well. You mentioned just now how you keep on going to HR with the support of Encik Syed.
Yes.
And
not only HR, I think compare Encik Syed dengan HR door, I lagi banyak masuk bilik Encik Syed. So we discuss a lot of things. Sometimes I have ideas, but I don't know how to execute it. Or sometimes I don't know how is it good? Is it benefit the company? So when I talk to Cik Syed, usually it will be fruitful. Usually akan ada orang kata result lah. So for example, I came to him with this WhatsApp proposal. Now we're actually on track. We are on the first phase to implement the WhatsApp project. So I think it's good. And it's not easy. I've been working in previous company. Sometimes to enter the door of the managing director or the big boss, it's not easy, I'm sure. It's all nervous. But here, I just can knock the door and just say, can I see you? Can I talk about something?
So we have an actual example of your policy at work. The fact that anybody can, just simply go up to you if they need any consultation or need any help, tips and ideas that they want to, probably implement to improve the way things are. I think it's great that we have this good example here with us right now.
Yeah, but I can also be firm at certain times. Like I said, it's a situational leadership where it is based on situation. Yeah, but if there's wrongful disciplinary issues that I need to decide, then I will do it. So, but most of the time, I will have a balanced view before deciding. Yes, but then, nice can be one of the things, but I'm also firm. Yep. So, KPI is one of the important things that we would like to have that culture in this organization, and it comes with basically the carrot and the stick lah, basically. So yeah.
But I wonder if Syed Syed will need numbers after this. People can
have to take a number to see him,
and a screen like, get your numbers up. All right. Before we end this podcast, Cik Syed, so let's play quick game.
Oh.
This and that. Are you ready?
This and that.
The game is simple. The game is simple. So we're gonna give you two options, this or that. So
This
you have to choose within 3 seconds, because people said that what you choose is what you desire
The most.
the most.
So what is this? What is that?
We're going to read out.
Okay.
Or what?
Oh,
So you choose one. But that's not going to be in our question lah.
why not?
That's too simple.
Okay, are you ready? All right, the first question. Nasi lemak or roti canai?
Nasi lemak.
Teh tarik or kopi?
Teh tarik.
Train or bus?
Train.
Money or love?
Yes.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Sunset or sunrise?
Sunset.
Rainy or sunny day?
Sunny day.
Music or podcast?
Right. Music.
Apple or guava?
Apple, go apple.
Okay, this one is I come with hashtag YTJT.
Oh, was it?
Hashtag YTJT. Yang tahu je tahu. Okay, Melaka or KL?
Okay. Is it have to be? Can we go?
3 seconds. 1, 2.
So we already know his answer.
We know where his heart is.
Well, my family's in KL.
Love. Remember the S
Love.
between my
Next. Yeah.
That was the trick question.
Selari.
Okay, that wraps up our session for today. Phew. Thank you, Encik Syed, for allocating the limited time that you have for our podcast, Tabletalk. Is there anything else that to just share with us, like one final thing that you want to share with your employees in MSTS?
Well, we are in the midst of reviewing all the KPIs and the performances for last year, and I hope everybody can pray to God that we will have some
Performance bonus and increment this year.
Amin.
So, so we will fight for it. Fight for you all for some increment and bonuses as well. But for the final results, what we achieved last year will be announced in the next town hall meeting, which is scheduled, I don't know, maybe another 2 more weeks. Then there will be that small announcement lah, basically. It will not be final because at the end of the day, it will be in somewhere around April anyway, as per previous years. So we are still in January. We are already February now.
Yes.
So I hope that we can elevate our staff to that multinational level grade that I inspired to be.
That's great news. That's great news. Thank you so much for sharing this little piece of information with us, and then for the insightful and personal takes on a variety of topics that we've shared today. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
It's really enjoying with all this good news. There's too much good news today.
All right.
And
So thank you very much for your time as well.
thank you to our listeners as well, and for your time to join in and listen to this podcast.
Until
Stay
next
tuned.
time.
Stay tuned to the next episode 2. I don't know what it will be, but it will be interesting as well.
Definitely. Okay, this is me, Anna.
And Siti signing off.